Come here, me little Jackie, now I've smoked me backy, have a bit of cracky till the boat comes in. Dance to the daddy, sing to the mummy, dance to the daddy, to the mummy, sing. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a fishy when the boat comes in.
Jimmy, go and get your jar.
Dad! Mr. Hadley wants you!
Aye, what is it? It's over. They've agreed to settle.
What? How much for?
The delegates have called an emergency meeting. Get down there now, they'll need you. Anybody in?
Thank you, lads.
I think we'll make a start, Mr. Temple.
Right. School! School! Attention! As you are! Attention! As you are! Stand steady there! Attention! That's better. School president, correct, sir?
Thank you, Mr. Temple. We will begin, as we always do, with that song that tells us so much about this England of ours that we know and love so well. Tell Mr. Hudspeth.
Mr. Hudspeth?
Strike settled.
You're kidding!
All back on Monday.
Well, back, but...
Very good indeed. Settle down now. Now, I don't suppose anybody's in any doubt what day this is. I thought not. Well, George Irwin, you tell me.
It's Empire Day, sir.
And what happens on Empire Day?
You give us a holiday.
I do indeed, George, but what I'm asking is why? And as that's rather a difficult question, I better answer it myself. This is the day that we remember our empire, the British Empire, the greatest that the world has ever seen, reaching out to every quarter of the globe, Africa, India, Australia, Canada, and so many more. Places conquered by British arms and now ruled by British justice. A day when we remember people, like Mr. Turnbull here, who fought to preserve our empire in South Africa. Or people like Mr. Smithers and Mr. Watson, who laid down their lives in Flanders that we might live. This is the day above all others when we remember we are British I'm proud of it. That is why we have sports today, why Mr. Gregg has rehearsed you in a pageant, and why, as George Irwin has already told us, we have a holiday. But you must remember that holiday originally meant holy day. And Empire Day is, in a certain sense, just that, a holy day. Our empire, you see, is a holy, even a sacred thing. Why on earth should that thing go off at this hour? Does anyone know?
The strike.
Well?
It must be over. We must have won.
How much did you get? Nout. Gave us nout. Same wages we struck against 8 weeks ago. I'm bloody lucky to get that. Near the boss's talk. 8 weeks of misery and all for nout.
Same with the engineers.
Aye, but you had the sense to go back. It takes a pitman to do something as daft as this.
Have another.
Flush, are you?
Just that.
Flush are not working.
I've got myself a fairy godfather.
So much for patriotism, Miss Seaton.
I can't blame them for being happy the strike's over.
You think they understood the significance of that wretched siren?
I think everybody understood it round here.
Everybody except me, it would seem. You're going home now?
I've got to see the piano put back first.
I'm sure Mr. Turnbull will be happy to do that for you. Mr. Turnbull, it seems we freed the prisoners before they could put the piano back. I wonder if I might ask you.
Of course. Only too glad, aren't we?
What an obliging chap Mr. Turnbull is.
So you'll go back down then?
Aye. If the men will let me.
Well, why shouldn't they?
I was a scab loaf, remember?
I've
Who'll want to work with me?
had a word at the lodge about that, son. Everybody knows you only scab because of Mary. You'll be all right.
Oh, thank God.
You don't look any too happy about it.
I'm not. Going back down for starvation wages isn't my idea of a happy ending.
It's not happy. But maybe it's not the end either.
No, Da, not another strike. We've only just finished losing this one.
Things will get better, son. You'll see. Well, I'd better be getting back to your mother. Hey, Henny, it's grand to see you up and about again. You do look better.
And I feel better.
Thank God there's some happy endings, eh? Ta-da. I'll see you Monday.
Uh-huh.
You and me's in force shift. We'll mind you there.
I'll be there, Da.
Hey, mind you're on time. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Going back to the pit.
Why, of course I am.
But I thought you...
Thought I was going to go on thieving. Is that it?
Yes, Tom, I did.
There's nothing wrong with thieving to keep your wife alive. Anyway, to listen to our Billy and our Jessie. The bosses have robbed us since we first started work. I only steal from the bosses, Mary. It's just taking back what's mine.
Oh, Jessie wouldn't steal.
When Jack first set us on pinching sheep, she said she was proud of him. I want you to be proud of me.
I love you, Tom. Whatever you do. You know that.
Aye, I do. If I didn't love you, do you think I'd be risking prison?
Well, couldn't we just go away?
Well, we'll, Pet, as soon as I've got the money. Meantime, I'll sweat me guts out alongside me Da. You know why, don't you?
No, I don't.
Because if I didn't, folks would start asking where I got the money to pay the doctors. Oh, Da's right, Pet. There are some happy endings, but you've got to fight for them.
So then?
I'll go and get them.
No, Tom. Let me. I can now, you know.
If you're sure.
Oh, it'd be a treat for us.
Hey, just a minute.
Hey, Tom. Ben.
Why let him yell for a bit? It's good for his lungs. Anyway, I'm entitled to my treats and all.
Well?
First there was Jessie down the end of the road. Don't look posh, fella.
Where was he?
Didn't say, because I didn't ask him. Blue suit and a bowler hat looked as if he'd never done a day's work in his life. Oh, for God's sake, Bella. Not stew again.
Oh, you don't have to eat it, but if you don't, you'll starve.
What's up with you two?
Your father doesn't like the menu.
You shouldn't be fighting today.
Why not? We've been married long enough.
Mum, the strike's over. We won. Well, didn't we? You didn't give in.
There was naught else we could do, bonny lass. It was either that or starve.
The swine, the rotten
Oh,
swine.
you hold your tongue, girl. Remember, I'm one of them.
Not you, Dad. I'm talking about the bosses.
Seeing Jack tonight?
No.
What's up now?
That new boss of his is sent for in Horatio Manners.
You don't like him?
I just don't like bosses, Mum.
Jack will be one himself before he's
I
finished.
don't like that either. Oh, Jack should be on our side.
Jack's only on one side, Pet. His own. The way he's made. Can't say I blame him.
Can't you? Well, I can. There's precious few could help us win a fight, but Jack's one of them. What's he going to do? Go jaunting off to London to make his fortune? You think it was Dick Whittington?
It's not a cat he's taken with him, it's you.
Imagine Jessie Seaton among the toffs, handing round the scones and china tea.
Oh, that reminds me. Who was the toff you were talking to when I come in?
Toff? Oh, Mr. Ashton, he's not a toff, Dad. He's my headmaster.
Walking you home, was he?
Well, yes, sort of.
Not a married man, I hope.
Not anymore.
Jessie. He's never divorced and teaching bairns.
He's a widower, Mum.
I dare say. All the same, he shouldn't be walking you home. Not when you're getting engaged to Jack.
He's done a bit more than that. He's asked me out to dinner.
Oh, carry on, mother. She can't get into any trouble between 12 o'clock and 1:45.
No, Dad. Proper dinner. In a restaurant in the evening.
Oh, you're not going.
Well, after all, Mum, he's entitled to ask me out.
You didn't tell him about Jack?
No, I didn't.
You mean you like the fella?
He's all right. If only he wouldn't go on about our glorious empire. To hear him talk, you think we all had shares in it. Daft as a brush. Still, he's a kind enough chap.
He's a chap that's asked you to go out, and I don't think you should go.
Dad, he's an old man.
No, he's not. You look 5 years younger than me, and I'm not old.
Well, anyway, he's asked me out to dinner, and I'm going. I've never been asked out to dinner before. It'll be practice when I'm married to Jack.
The son was right about you. You have got brains.
You're very kind, sir.
We both know that's not true. I'm employing you because you've got the kind of brains I can use. For no other reason, get that absolutely clear, Ford.
Very good, sir.
The fact that you were with my son when he died, it's got nothing to do with it. Although at one time, you rather hoped it had.
I'd sooner have it this way, sir.
Would you indeed? Why?
Because you don't like sentimentality and I don't like charity.
But you've no objection to money.
Not money I've earned, sir.
You'll earn it, all right. You married?
Not yet, sir.
Going to be.
If you've no objection, sir.
And if I have?
Then I won't get married.
Really, Ford. I know that young men are supposed to be keen.
Don't misunderstand me, sir. If you don't want me to get married, I won't take your job, and that means I won't be able to afford to get married.
Local girl.
Yes, sir?
You know, Ford, very soon you'll be changing your whole style of life. You want to be very sure...
I am sure, sir. I love her very much.
A beauty, is she?
No, sir, but she's what I want. I won't do better in London or anywhere else. I'll never do better than Jessie.
So long as she doesn't take your mind off your work.
She'll never do that, sir. Nothing would.
You've lived here all your life, Miss Seaton.
I've never been away.
I find that sad. Not that this town hasn't its redeeming features.
It's a dump. Pitheads and shipyards and slag heaps. Where were you born, Mr. Ashton?
In a little village in Kent. A lovely little place, actually.
And you left it to come here?
My wife lived here. I met her when I was stationed here during the war. She didn't want to leave it, so I came here.
A lot of us are like that. We know what the place is like, yet somehow we can't bear to leave it, no matter what misery it brings.
Like being in love with a handsome scoundrel.
Exactly like that. But the love is there.
I have no pretensions to being handsome, Miss Seaton, but I give you my word I'm not a scoundrel.
It'll feel funny getting up early on Monday.
Mind you do.
Don't worry, I'll not miss the first day back. Wish to God I could. There's no more free coal.
I'm not digging up the front room again, and that's flat.
Oh, now, don't start that again, for heaven's sake.
Ah, it'll be funny, though.
Huh?
Not having you under me feet all day.
Aye, how are you? Jack. What he wants to do, don't go over here.
Evening, Mr. Seaton. Mr. Seaton.
Jack.
Sit down, make yourself comfortable.
Getting ready for Monday?
Aye, killing them first day's crop.
Don't I know it. Is Jessie around?
When do you start your new job, Jack?
I've got a couple of weeks to go before I start properly, Mr. Seaton. I've been round to see my new boss to get a few instructions, but we finished early. Is Jessie...
Look, do you fancy a glass of beer, son? I could easily pop down the Bluebound.
No, thanks, Mr. Seaton. I brought something a bit better than beer.
Hey, Jack, you were blood's worth bottling. I'll get some glasses.
Where's Jessie, Mr. Seaton?
Oh, she went out.
Oh, aye. Did she say where?
Not to me, she didn't. Did she say anything to you, Mother?
Let's see now. Oh, she had to go and see the headmaster. Bit of business to do with the school.
Funny time of night to go and see the headmaster.
Thanks, funny lad. Oh, they have meetings, conferences, all that.
She never mentioned it.
Reports, registers, who's going to be monitor? I don't always had it.
Well, it won't be for long now. When she gets to London, she'll never work again.
Having a drink to them beautiful words. Here's to you, Jack. Our Jessie's a lucky girl.
I reckon it's me that's the lucky one.
Aye, you've done well, son.
I'm going to do a lot better.
Aye. Never known anybody like you for getting on.
Oh, don't make it sound like it was a crime.
Well, it's not that, Bella. It's just, well, you know, having a boss for a son-in-law will take a bit of getting used to.
Well, at least I'll be out of your way, Mr. Seaton.
Aye. And vice versa, you might say.
What might that mean when it's at home?
It means that we understand each other, Mr. Seaton.
Lad, I think we do, darling. Oh, I saw Matt Headley down the street. He was on the work, yeah?
Aye?
Urgent, he said it was.
Urgent need of a drink, more likely. Thanks, funny lad. You're far too open-handed, Jack. Hey, I wonder what's keeping our Jessie.
Would you mind if I smoked a cigarette?
Of course not.
Thank you. You would earn that, I take?
No.
No, indeed. I didn't think you would. I really am enjoying myself, you know. Usually I'm a rather lonely person. One can become very isolated in Gatherfield. You're a very clannish lot, you Geordies. I don't think you really approve of foreigners. So what chance is a poor devil from Kent got? That question wasn't really rhetorical, Miss Seaton.
Mr. Ashton...
Please let me finish. I came to live here for my wife's sake. But now I could, if I so wished, move on.
And will you?
That's rather up to you.
Mr. Ashton, I really don't
Please, I'm not a particularly brave man, you know. My courage won't last forever. Let me continue.
Very well, but...
Thank you. Miss Seaton, I see from the school's records that you're 25 years old. I'm 43, but I've never had a day's illness in my life. I hold a second-class honours degree in history from the University of London, and my current salary is £370 per annum. This I can offer you, together with respect, admiration, and, if I may say so, devotion. Miss Seaton, will you marry me?
What time is this to come home, might I ask?
It's 10:30, Mum.
Been alone with that fella for 3.5 hours.
Not exactly alone, Mum. The restaurant was full of people.
Don't you try and tell me it took all that time to eat a meal.
Well, it did.
I'll not believe you.
Suit yourself. I had 4 courses. Coffee after and sherry before.
Sherry? Have you been drinking?
Oh, more than you, by the look of it.
Jack was here. Brought it for your father. Had a drop with them just to be sociable.
Jack was here. Said he had to see his boss.
Well, he did see him, but the meeting finished early. So he came here to see his lass and all, only she wasn't in.
Did you tell him where I was?
Said it was school business.
Did he believe you?
Shouldn't think so. A sharp one is Jack. Jessie, what do you want to go and do it for? And stopping out till this time. Jack waited and waited till he nearly missed the last tram.
I went because I was asked.
And don't start coming the clever.
I'm not trying to be clever, Ma. I'm honest. I went because Mr. Ashton asked me, politely, nicely. He made it sound important to him. That hasn't happened to me in a long time.
You mean Jack treats you badly?
Of course not. He's very kind. But he doesn't think I'm that important.
Doesn't he?
He never takes any notice of a word I say.
Well, do you take any notice of the words he says? Get into your head, Jessie. Jack's going to be the boss because he's the one that earns the wages.
And what do I do? Sit on his knee and say, yes, dear, you're right, dear, when all the time I know he's wrong?
It's either that or do without him.
Do without Jack?
Aye, that's where the shoe pinches, doesn't it? Make up your mind, Jessie Seaton. Do you want him or don't you?
Of course I want him. I'll always want him.
And stay away from this Ashton fella.
I will, Ma'am, I will. He asked me to marry him.
He never. The impotent bugger.
It's supposed to be a compliment, ma'am. And I think it was.
Oh, it's you. You better come in. We'd better stay in here.
Oh, you think I'm getting too posh for the kitchen now, is that it?
My mum's in there getting the dinner. I don't want her to hear what I've got to say.
You start work tomorrow?
The 4 shift. Now listen.
I can let you have a couple of payday. 3 if you're pushed.
Money? Is that all you can think about?
We've been good mates for a long time now, Matt. We've always helped each other.
Like hell we have.
All right, get on with it.
You and your bloody fairy godfather. But it was you that was waving his magic wand over my sister.
Oh, so that's it.
Aye, that's it. She's knocked up, Jack. And you did it.
Did she tell you?
She came home on a day off. Thank God Mum and Dad were out. She wanted money. A lot of money. But she didn't want to tell me why. Only I made her tell me. She wanted to get rid of the bairn.
What?
Oh! Surprised now, are we? I suppose you're going to tell me you didn't know.
Of course I didn't know.
You're a liar. The pair of you's been at it for weeks.
I'm not denying that. But an abortion? Why, man?
Because you were daft on that school teacher. And she thinks you won't have her. Well, daft or not, you're bloody going to have her. Or I'll hammer the hell out of you.
You think you could, Matt? Now, you just listen a minute. Dolly and me had an agreement from the start. She's a grown woman and it had nothing to do with you, but I'll tell you anyway. I told her if she got pregnant, I'd marry her. And I meant it, Matt, and I mean it now.
And what about your other girl?
I don't have one. Not anymore. And I'm going to have to tell her so, God help me.
Right, so you got up then?
How we doing?
Oh, yeah.
He's good, isn't
Richard Atkinson.
Present, miss.
Walter Chandler.
Present, miss.
Frank Coombs.
Present, miss.
John Coulson.
Present, miss.
Billy Davison.
Present, miss.
Jimmy Dobson.
Wait then, Tom.
Da? Da!
4 sevens are 28, 5 sevens are 35, 6 sevens are 42, 7 sevens are 49, 8 sevens are 56, 9 sevens are 50.
Right, boys. Once again, sit down, please. All together now.
1 7 is 7, 2 sevens are 40.
Come on, shift him! Steady, steady, man, steady. How are you, darling?
I told him over and over to watch that pit prop.
Easy, easy,
The roof's not safe.
In the kitchen, you know, in the kitchen. It was. Pushing the tent and Bill. Oh, I think I'll have one anyway. They left cream as well.
Have you told your girl yet?
Don't push me, Matt. I'll do it tonight.
I should wait a bit, Jack. There's been a pit accident. My father's broken his back. Reckon it's touch and go. The owners are trying to make out it was all his fault.
I was right, wasn't I?
Right, bonny lad.
When I said I wished I could miss the first day back, looks as if you'll have me under your feet after all, bonny lass.
I must get back to the school, Mother.
It's all right, do go. It's got me with it.
One day a man said to his servant, the matches he bought me there, they're in bad, go and get some better ones. The servant went through his master's bidding and presently came back saying, these matches are sure to burn well, I took them all at the shop. The master looked at them and said, you stupid fellow, these matches will burn. What have you been doing to them?
Miss Seaton, can you spare a minute?
Sit down, boys, hold your arms and no talking. No talking!
Is there in the news?
His back's broken. How badly, they don't know.
I'm very sorry, Miss Seaton.
Thank you.
Not very adequate words, are they? But I just want to say this. If I can help in any way at all, now or at any time, I shall be proud and happy to do so.
You're very good, but I'd better go.
No, they can wait till I've finished. There would be no strings attached, I give you my word. And there are times when we all need help. Money, for instance. Have a little put by.
You're very good, and I appreciate it. Honestly, I do. But we'll manage. We always have.
Sit down, boys. No talking.
I'm from the mine owners. They've asked me to extend their deepest sympathy and to make sure you suffer as little hardship as possible.
All right.
Naturally, money is of the first importance at a time like this.
There's that.
And the company has authorised me to hand over to you the sum of £100. I have it here in this envelope. Mrs. Seaton, perhaps you'll be good enough to count it.
Will you look at that?
Can you write, Mr. Seaton?
I went to school like everybody else.
No, you misunderstand me. I mean, are you able to write in your present condition? Just your signature.
I think so. What do you want us to sign?
A receipt for this money. It's rather a lot, you know.
Is that?
And it has to be signed for. Your usual signature, Mr. Seaton, just here.
You bloody ghoul.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. I said ghoul, but vulture would be more like it.
Who the hell are you?
With breaking his back, you want to eat up the rest of them as well. You've got the nerve to call this a receipt. No further claims against the company. Adequate and sufficient compensation. Freely admit it was caused by my own error of judgment. You very near signed your life away, Mr. Seaton. Give him his money back.
Jack, it's £100.
Give it back, Bella.
Mr. Seaton, you're acting very foolish.
Thank you for calling.
Mr. Seaton, I think
Good
you ought
day.
You heard him, mister.
I've known you turn money down before, Jack Ford.
Stinking £100 for that.
Well, they're paying all the hospital bills. It was them got them this private room.
So they bloody well should. Sorry, Mr. Seaton, it was them put him in it. Now, you listen to me, Mr. Seaton. Don't you sign anything till you've talked to your area secretary.
Right, Jack.
And talk to him quick, and mind you, tell him whose fault it was.
You mean you think we might get more?
A hell of a lot more. That 100 was just a try-on.
Oh, Jack, thank heavens you came when you did.
Aye, it was lucky enough. But where was your area secretary?
Jessie,
Billy. Oh, it's good to see you.
I came as soon as I got the telegram. How is he?
His back's definitely broken.
God. Who fall?
Aye. Oh, Tom was with him. Him and the other men worked like demons. If they hadn't, he would have died.